Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Yoga Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyo Om Yerime Guruve Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyata Sarva Vedanta Yoga Nityam Pranatosmyaham ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म योग विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां कृपया योग वेदांत दर्श साधन द्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरत्र दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे कैवल्यार्थम आदौ योगदर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं नमनं प्रार्थना ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलिमहर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलिमहर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलिमहर्षये नमः ओम व्यासमहर्षये नमः ओम व्यासमहर्षये नमः ओम व्यासमहर्षये नमः ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ओम अत श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रम चतुर्थ पादः कैवल्यपादः न च एकचित्ततन्त्रं वस्तु तदप्रमाणकं तदा किं स्यात् न तत्स्वाभासं दृश्यत्वात् एकसमये च उभयानवधारणं चित्तान्तरदृश्ये बुद्धिबुद्धेः अतिप्रसङ्गः स्मृतिसङ्करश्च चितेः अप्रतिसङ्क्रमायाः तदाकारापत्तौ स्वबुद्धिसंवेदनं द्रष्टुदृश्योपरक्तं चित्तं सर्वार्थं तदसङ्ख्येयवासनाभिः चित्रमपि परार्थं संहत्यकारित्वात् विशेषदर्शिनः आत्मभावभावनानिवृत्तिः तदा विवेकनिम्नं कैवल्य प्राग्भारं चित्तं तच्छिद्रेषु प्रत्ययान्तराणि संस्कारेभ्यः हानम् येषां क्लेशवत् उक्तं प्रसङ्ख्याने अपि अकुसीदस्य सर्वथा विवेकख्यातेः धर्ममेघः समाधिः ततः क्लेशकर्मनिवृत्तिः तदा सर्वावरणमलापेतस्य ज्ञानस्य आनन्त्यात् ज्ञेयमल्पौ ततः कृतार्थानां परिणामक्रमसमाप्तिः गुणानां क्षणप्रतियोगी परिणामापरान्तनिर्ग्राह्यः क्रमः पुरुषार्थशून्यानां गुणानां प्रतिप्रसवः कैवल्यं स्वरूपप्रतिष्ठा वा चितिशक्तेः इति ओम शांति शांति शांति. Friends, yesterday we have exhaustively tried to understand, okay, this 25वां सूत्र wherein अदर्शी दर्शी विशेषदर्शी. Adarshi is totally identified by the upadhis, fully living in the world with the objects, 100% as a samsari, without becoming aware of himself. Darshi is he who is able to separate himself from what he has the upadhis, what he is doing, and yet is entangled in them, therefore struggling the samsara. He knows that he is going through. Visheshadarshi is he who recognizes him to be himself to be, not necessarily to be the Darshi, where he knows everything but still got identified and suffering. What is the Lakshana of the Visheshadarshi? He totally dissociates himself from the entire gamut of the Prakriti. Not even an iota of the thing he is identified with. I am a Purusha, I am totally separate from the entire drama. That is called Vishesha Darshika Sthiti, which we have to slowly achieve in our Yoga Darshana as the goal. That is what is said here, Vishesha Darshinaha, the one who has got that Vishesha vision now, Darshana, philosophy or understanding. Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivrutti. आत्म भाव भावना विनिवृत्ति मीन्स व्हाट, उपाधि से किसी भी संबंध रखने वाला आत्मा जीव मैं नहीं हूं. आई एम द निरुपाधि का शुद्ध चैतन्य स्वरूप चिति स्वरूप पुरुष इन योग भाषा, आत्मा ब्रह्म इन वेदांत. Like in Viveka Chudamani, this shloka comes beautiful. Dehohamityeva jadasya buddhihi dehe cha jive cha vidushastvaham dhihi viveka vijnana mahatmanah brahmahamityeva mati sadatmani. So dehe, dehohamityeva jadasya buddhihi. The other she is who takes himself 100% with the Deha Upadhi and involves in the world, like all samsaris. Dehecha jivihecha vidushahatu aham dihi. A Vidwan, here the Darshi, हमने जो कहा, he knows the Upadhis, he knows himself. He tries to get Sukha through them, instead of that he gets Dukkha. Somehow he is suffering, but he knows he is a Jiva. But Viveka Vijnana Mahatmanah, the one who has got the Vijnana born out of the ultimate Viveka, Brahmaham ityeva mati sadatmani, he knows he is a Brahman, he is not a Jiva. Here also, Adarshi, Darshi, Viveka Darshi. Sorry, Vishesha Darshi. So, Vishesha Darshi का क्या स्थिति होता है? Atma Bhava Bhavana. The Bhavana, which is only a concept, that I am Jiva with Upadhis. आत्म भाव, उपाधियों के साथ तादात्म्य करके जो जीव बनता है वो मैं हूं, ये वाला आत्म भाव भावना निवृत्ति वो नहीं रहता उनके अंदर. दिस इज कॉल्ड अल्टीमेटली असंपर्ज्ञात समाधि. इट इज कॉल्ड एज द परावैराग्यम एंड दिस इटसेल्फ इज कॉल्ड एज द कल्मिनेशन ऑफ विवेक ख्याति. द हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ विवेक ख्याति में विशेष दर्शन हो जाता है. देन मैं जीव हूं विदोपाधि वाला भावना छूट जाता है. When will I become Jiva? When I entangle with the Prakriti in any way, good way or bad way. Like, Punya karma kiya, Papa karma kiya. In both cases, Jiva Bhava only. That's the meaning of Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Sarva Dharman means Sarva Upadhi Dharman Parityaja. Then we are you, the Nirupadhika Brahman in Vedanta. Here also, Atma Bhava Bhavana Rahita Purusha Ayam. What is his status with the Prakriti? प्रकृति का मेरा इतना भी संबंध नहीं है. उसका अपना हाल अलग, मेरा अलग. मैं तो प्योर पुरुष हूं, चैतन्य पुरुष, चिति शक्ति. That is a beautiful thing to be realized. So, from the objects to the vritti, from the vritti to the chitta, from chitta to the chidabhasa, who is Atma Bhava Bhavana, from the chidabhasa to the Chetana Atma, which is the Purusha. When identify with that, we are in the Kaivalya sthiti. We have to be clear in our subjective knowledge, intellectual knowledge. With that knowledge, when we keep on doing sadhana, Bahiranga and Antaranga will definitely progress. So we have seen yesterday, यथा प्रावृषि तृणांकुरस्य उद्भेदेन तद्बीज सत्तानुमीयते. Like in the rainy season, sprouts come, the seed is there inside. Tatha moksha marga shravanena. Now listen. When somebody is doing moksha marga shravanam, yasya roma harsha ashrupatau drishyate. Means so much he is involved in them. Positive examples are given. That उनको रोमांच हो रहा है, आंखों से पानी आ रहा है. Like when you listen to Vedanta, the रोमांच होता है, such a Brahma Tattva. When you listen out to the bhakti, the Ashrupata hone ka chance hai. Tatrapi, even in that state of happenings also, tatrapi asti vishesha darshana bhijam apavarga bhagi ayam. There is a feeling in it. What is that? Oh, I am so lucky that now I am able to do sadhana, or listen to the bhakti, listen to the jnana. Then I am almost now becoming mukta. मुझे ज्ञान हो रहा है, मुझे भक्ति हो रही है. See that thought, that's a very subtlest thought which is difficult to catch. What is it? I am becoming mukta. Who says this thought? The one who thinks that he is not mukta. Whereas the Atman is never bound. कौन कहता है भैया मेरे को मुक्ति मिल रही है करके? जिसको बंध का महसूस हो रहा है. Whereas the self is never bound. Therefore, that bhavana that I have to become mukta and I am becoming mukta, that is why I am here listening to this bhakti and jnana. Therefore, there is romancha and ashrupata. Even they also have to be dropped. है ना? Like in Vedanta, in Mundaka Upanishad, Bhashya exhaustively it was stated in the Sambandha Bhashya. And I think in that only. Ki I have to experience Atma Vastu with this Kamana, all other Kamanas have to be dropped. Then after discovering that I am the self already, even the Kamana of the Atma also is dropped. You can't have the Atma Kamana because you're already that. You will only have Kamana of something which is not you. तो मैं ऑलरेडी आत्मा हूँ, अब उसका कामना कहाँ है? तो आत्म कामना से बाकी कामनाएं छोड़ देते हैं. आत्म ज्ञान या अनुभव से इवन आत्म कामना भी छोड़ देते. तो हियर आल्सो even this, that beautiful word what is said, vishesha darshana bijam apavarga bhagi iyam karma avinirvartitam iti anumiyate. Apavarga bhagi iyam karma means this my karma of listening to devotion and listening to Vedanta, with which I am getting the romancha and ashrupata. These are the ones which are going to give me moksha. है ना? अपवर्ग भागी यम कर्म, ये वाला जो कर्म है मुझे अपवर्ग मीन्स मोक्ष देने वाला है. निवर्तितम कि आई एम डूइंग इट इति अनुमीयते. इवन द थॉट आल्सो इज बॉन्डेज. देयर आल्सो आई एम स्टिल ए जीव. एक करता हूं मैं, एक उपाधियों से तादात्म्य करके रखा हूं. तस्य आत्म भाव भावना स्वाभाविकी प्रवर्तते. इवन एट दैट मोमेंट the swabhava yukta, prakriti yukta atma bhavana remains. That also has to be dropped. Okay, yasya abhavat idam uktam. Even that thought also, I have to be mukta, I am doing sadhana, also are to be dropped because I am already mukta. When is that I am not mukta? When is that I am not the self? So that is what in Vedanta Bhasha mein gain avidya, to gain vidya, to remove the avidya. Then vidya also is dropped. For experiencing the Atman, the Atma Vidya, which is intellectual, is not required. But Atma Vidya is required to remove the avidya of the Anatma. Once the avidya of the Anatma is removed, Vidya also is not required. Because I am already that. Like once the winds move away the clouds, the sun is direct. Nothing else is required to see the sun because it's always there. So I am always the self. The avidya rupi megha is covering. So vidya rupi winds will throw it the megha. Then I am in my own experience of the self. Vedanta mein. Yaha bhi. Same thing is said. Vishesha Darshi is he who has dropped that concept that I am anytime bound. That I have to do the sadhana. Same thing in Mandukya. Na nirodho, na chotpatti, na baddho, na cha sadhakaha. Na mumukshur, na vaimuktaha. When is that I am not Atman? When is that I am not Brahman? When is that I am not the Purusha? I am always that. When I am already that, then what is required to reach it? Nothing required. But all why the sadhanas? To remove all the wrong notions only sadhana. You know, to clean the dirt of the cloth is detergent. Cloth is already clean. To remove the dirt. So स्वभावं मुक्त्वा दोषाद् येषां पूर्वपक्षे रुचिः भवति अरुचिश्च निर्णये भवति. So that is the beauty. Swabhavam muktva dosha adesham purvapakshe ruchi bhavati aruchihishcha nirnaye bhavat. Means what? Nirnaya means when that viveka khyati reaches to the peak level at this level, that I am bound Purusha with the Prakriti. I am Jiva bound with the Prakriti. That nirnaya is dropped. Then I am already eternally liberated. The moksha happens. Or before that, what it is? Ki tatra atma bhava bhavana. After separating oneself from the prakriti, coming to the jiva bhava, the sign of the person who has come up to the jiva bhava level, before the atma bhavana is atma bhava bhavana. At that level, his questions are like this. We have seen that in other 2-3 texts also. What is it? Ki koham asam, who I am, katamaham asam, how I am existing, kim svit idam, what is this whole world around, katan svit idam, where from it has all come, ke bhavishyamaha, what will happen to me future, katam va bhavishyamaha, how we become, what will happen become future, how do we achieve that. In this way, all the questions जो पूछता है जीव है. किम कारणम ब्रह्म कुतस्म जाता जीवाम केन क्वच संप्रदिष्टा अधिष्ठिता केन सुखेतरेषु वर्तामहे ब्रह्मविदो व्यवस्थाम. 100% Shweta is the first sloka and this last one they are saying. That's where yoga ends, there Vedanta begins. And these are all questions asked by whom? Who is finding himself to be an individual still associated with the Prakriti, the Upadhis, and then bound them in them and wanting to come out of it. Then he is worried what to do, vagara. So at this level, still he has got the reality given to Prakriti and its modifications of Jiva Jagateshwara and the Pancha Upadhi. All of them are there and he is entangled in them and he wants to come out honestly. That's called as Atma Bhava Bhavana. In that, the inquiry is healthy only. That who am I, where from I have come, etc. etc. But there is another step. That ये सारा जो सोच रहे हो ना उपाधि तादात्म्य से, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. You are already liberated Purusha. That's called as Vishesha Darshi. When that Vishesha Darshi, Darshana happens, then the Jiva is gone because I am never bound. So, bound is a kalpana. That's why sadhana करके मुक्ति पाना है, ये भी कल्पना ही है. But required to remove that earlier kalpana. That is what one thorn to remove the other one. One vidya to remove the avidya. It is required, but after it is done sufficiently, then we have to drop it. We are in the self already, have nothing to do. Abidance in the self. Atma Samsthiti it's called. Okay. Chittasya eva esha vichitra parinamaha. No, all these concepts still are telling us we are at the chitta level only. Purusha tu, who is Purusha? Purusha tu asatyam avidyayam. When the apprehension about himself is gone away, avidya का जब चला गया है, अविद्या शुद्ध चित्त धर्म ही अपरामृष्ट is absorbed by them iti. ततः after that asya atma bhava bhavana kushalasya, of this kushala purusha who has identified with himself with the purusha, that atma bhava bhavana, the bhavana that I am a jiva with upadhi bound, I have to do this or that, nivartate, that just gets dropped. That's called vimuktascha vimuchyate. And already liberated, he gets limited. है ना, प्राप्तस्य प्राप्ति, है ना, ज्ञान ज्ञातस्य ज्ञानम, जो पाने का, जो जाने का, जो ढूंढ रहा हूं, मैं ऑलरेडी हूं. So I am bound, I have to get liberated. All sadhana. The end of the sadhana is I am never bound. That you can't say now, with so much of vasana, so much of upadhi tadatmya, so much of satyata given to the jagat and seeking sukha in the jagat and getting raga dvesha. अब इतना जब खचरा है उस समय ये लास्ट वाला साधना अभी नहीं करना, बट माइंड में रखना उसको. Then at this level, this is what we have to keep doing. But finally, when that विशेष दर्शन हैपेंस, आत्म भाव भावना का निवृत्ति हो जाता है. डन. Now, once that happens, what is the next beautiful stage? Is explained to us in 26वां सूत्र. तथा तदा विवेक निम्नम कैवल्य प्राग भारम चित्तम. तदा विवेक निम्नम कैवल्य प्राग भारम चित्तम. तदा विवेक निम्नम कैवल्य प्राग भारम चित्तम. At the stage of discovering I am the Vishesha Purusha, I am the self, unidentified that, the chitta now no more will be entangled in its earlier natural way of projecting about the thoughts. Rather, it will be going towards its own source, the pure conscious self. That's called Kaivalya Prag Bharam. तो इधर झुकता हुआ, इधर डुलता हुआ जो चित्त था, आफ्टर दिस डिस्कवरी विल बी गोइंग टुवर्ड्स द परमात्मा. What is it? With Bhashya we'll study tomorrow. Then even while doing so, sincerely, rigorously, in between again some avantaras come depending on the residue of asanas if they remain. They also have to be exhausted through the same Viveka Khyati. In this way, 4 sutras will clearly give us the final picture of the sadhana. These are all sadhana we have to do. So the object, the vritti of the object, chitta, and chidabhasa. Chidabhasa is the jiva who with the upadhis and vasana etc. finds himself to be bound. He wants to get liberated. In that he does lot of sadhana. Toward the end of the sadhana, the Vishesha Jnanam will come to him, and that Vishesha Darshanam, that I am never bound. With that intellectual understanding, now his drishti of the chitta will be towards the Atmavastu. And in that, slowly, all the chitta, the ahankara, the jiva bhava dissolve, purusha remains. That's called moksha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Let us continue. 5